Hello everyone, you're listening to Alternative Revelations with Linda Emmanuel. This is podcast number 27. It's part 2 of how to take care of your pet and keep them from getting cancer and disease. And I have a guest back. Sheilah Mitchell's back to give you more information about Ellen DeGeneres' products, which go under Halo. She's going to tell you all about that. But before I can begin the podcast, I have to read this disclaimer. I am not a doctor, nor am I a medical practitioner. I cannot give medical advice. And all of these podcasts are for informational purposes only. And with that said and done, I can now hand the mic over to Sheilah.
Thank you, Linda. It's great to be back. I was a little embarrassed. I couldn't remember Ellen DeGeneres' company's name, and we found it Halo. And they have great products from what we know from our research. My experience with their ear wash is that I love to clean my dogs' and cats' ears and then just put a little of that ear wash in. And I believe from my research that it helps to extend their life, keeps them from getting ear infections, because we all see our dogs and cats scratching their ears a lot, and you really need to keep the ears clean. And Ellen's got that wonderful dog food. Apparently it doesn't have GMO, and it's available through the mail order. I think, did you say eBay or Amazon? And I think cats too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can use it with your cats. I used it for my cat. And keep their ears clean. And I also like to make sure that their toenails are clipped, because if you don't, I had schnauzers, and the toenails can grow into the skin if they're not clipped right. And you've got to double check your groomers to make sure that they do all the things that you need them to do. Sometimes, you might get busy and forget to do that, and it's not best for your pets. And then I told you about this wonderful book. There's a vet, and I'm pretty sure his name is Dr. Pitcairn, Pitcairn, and his book is available on Amazon. And he is it's like a Bible for how to take good care of your pets naturally. And you might even check in his research about the formula for the Halo ear wash. It's the natural ingredient of witch hazel, which is a plant, and oil of clove. Now, I also use, personally for my family and my pets, this product called Thieves, Thieves, from Young Living. I love their products. And in fact, I was a distributor for them years ago. I'm not now, but their Thieves products are wonderful. And you do your own research with that as well. Like I said, you're the best researcher I know. And then there's this wonderful company in St. Louis, Missouri called Cheryl's Herbs. I happen to have been a friend of Cheryl's and learned so much about natural ingredients, and they will customize your order and make that for you, which is wonderful. And I will give their phone number out to you. I talked to Rachel this morning for mail orders, and Rachel said, sure, they would be happy to help us teach the world about natural, organic ingredients and products. And the number is 314-645-2165. And that's a wonderful resource for natural products. Saving money is important to a lot of people, especially people that are with the mission to save animals, because you want to save that money so that you can buy more animals or rescue more animals. So I have saved a lot of money with these natural formulas, and I put them in glass bottles, by the way. I don't use any plastic. Plastic is very toxic. I use glass whenever possible. I feel it is very important to avoid all toxins in your home, in your garden, in your car, in your life, and I'm an advocate against all toxins. Another advocate friend of mine was John Denver. We were all at a big conference for the Rotary International up in Canada, and I taught John about how I used white vinegar to clean my windows. Hot water and white vinegar, and I was telling him how it works better and lasts longer. It keeps the windows clean longer. And he's like amazed. We were really good friends working for the environment. And he even taught my son Adam how to play guitar. And we had dinner with John, and what a great man, great musician, great composer, what a great human being, fighting for the environment like Bobby Kennedy Jr. is doing. Like I said in the last podcast, there are some really toxic cleaning products on the market, and people really have suffered from those toxins because you breathe them, you touch them. And the skin, the skin is the largest organ of the body. And when you touch something that's toxic, it goes like a sponge right into your system, and it's really not good for us. And I think about our pets, they can't talk to us, but they show us what's going on with them through whether they're feeling great or not so good, and if they're feeling, healthy and have a lot of energy, or if they don't. Kind of just like humans. Humans show you how they feel by how much energy they have and how flexible they are. I like to also work on keeping my dogs and cats' spines flexible. I practice and teach yoga, and we always follow the cats. The cats are the most flexible spines. You're as young as your spine is flexible. It's also really important to massage your animal's ears. I learned from a professional massage therapist about keeping the cartilage in your ears flexible for humans, for pets, and it's amazing how it helps your circulation. So when you talk about flexibility, it's energy that goes into your ears, and you massage them and keep them healthier. And if you notice how the cat stretches and breathes, and that's what humans need to copy from their cats in particular. And dogs, downward facing dog, is one of the wonderful exercises from yoga. So follow the guide, the rule, that you are as young as your spine is flexible. So those exercises for the spine are so wonderful. And I will massage my dogs and my cats, do a little Reiki on them sometimes, or Cheryl's Herbs, by the way, has a natural shampoo. It's non-toxic. And then I know apple cider vinegar is also helpful too for a wash after you shampoo your dogs. You can put some apple cider vinegar in water and use it as a rinse. A lot of people do that for the health of their hair, and it's good for your pet. From my experience, it's really good for your pets. I made kind of a list here too about how good witch hazel is for the skin. We could all learn a lot about that. And the oil of clove kept me from having to have a root canal. That'll be a whole other show we'll do at some point, Linda, because I went to the dentist and they said I needed 2 root canals. And 10 days later I came back and I didn't need any root canals. I did use the Thieves, that product from Young Living, and I did some other things to help me not have to have root canals. And I'm so grateful for the natural essential oils and the oil of clove. By the way, it smells so good. I also have a friend who carries little cloves in a little box in his pocket, and if you feel like you might have bad breath, you can suck on a clove, a whole clove. You can get those, of course, from any health food store, and you don't swallow them, but they were really great for the breath. I think you inspire people, Linda, to be a researcher. The more we all research and learn from you, so investigating the wonderful benefits of not only cloves, but the oil of clove will really help a lot of people.
And I'm going to give Sheilah a little breather here and update you on what it is safe to give your pets. Of course, mild silver protein, which is the safest of all. You can give your pets carnivora. You can use a Rife machine on a pet, and you can also use a product that is called Best Zapper. And I'm going to add a couple of things. You can give your pet hemp seed and hemp oil. These are from the sativa Indian hemp. They are not high in cannabinoids or what they call THC. THC is deadly to your pet. Therefore, you cannot give your pet cannabinoid oil. This is from the indica marijuana plant, and THC or cannabinoids are deadly to pets. They affect the nerves. THC is mostly prominent in the indica plant, where they get most of their medical marijuana from. Again, this plant is deadly to your pet. And the sativa plant, the marijuana plant, does not contain a lot of THC. And you can also give your pet coconut oil, which kills mycoplasma. And lastly, I would like to add, since Sheilah talked a lot about toxins, how deadly they are, and you have to know that toxins and the food we eat set us up for cancer and disease. They are not the actual cause of cancer and disease. That is either bacterial or viral. Now, what happened? Let's talk about Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox, in his autobiography, he mentioned he drank 24 cans of Diet Pepsi every day. That is 24 doses of the neurotoxin aspartame. Aspartame, again, is a neurotoxin, and he poisoned his brain cells and made them vulnerable for a mycoplasma infection. And he must have had a trauma, I don't know what it was, and he ended up with Parkinson's. He poisoned his brain, and mycoplasma either attacks you where you are genetically weak or where your tissue is damaged. Now I'm going to give you another example of how toxins set you up. My father, he was a plumber. The glue that plumbers used poisoned his brain cells. He lost his sense of taste and smell. He ended up retiring early from being a plumber because of the fumes, the deadly fumes from the glue. He had a trauma when he was 60. He got Parkinson's. He had poisoned his brain cells. So again, toxins and the food we eat set us up for a mycoplasma infection. And now back to the podcast and what you cannot give your pet. And flaxseed oil is not safe for pets or children. And one more thing, I will have all the links that you need to buy Dr. Pitcairn's book on Amazon. You can also buy Ellen DeGeneres' products usually on Chewy. And I did see her products on PetSmart's website. And again, I will put Cheryl's Herbs link on the description of this podcast. Now, Sheilah's got a few more parting words, and she's going to give you the formula for Halo, her own formula. And here's Sheilah.
Thank you, Linda. My formula that I use is like 2 to 3 ounces of the most organic, natural witch hazel I can find in a glass bottle. And I can get that from Cheryl's Herbs. And then I use 1 drop of oil of clove or the thieves. And then I shake that up into a dropper bottle. And that's what I use to make my own. Like I said, you don't have to make your own. You can get it from Cheryl's Herbs, or you can get it from the Halo ear wash. But my health food store wasn't carrying the Halo for a while, so I just had to make my own, and had really good results with that. And like I said, I want to emphasize the importance of keeping your dog's ears clean. My own mother taught me how to take a special tweezer and go in and pull out all the excess hair, and especially schnauzers have a tendency to have an old gray hair that hurts their ears, and they're always scratching their ears. So she taught me how to clean out the dog's ears, and then I will put that ear wash in and clean between their toes, and make sure that you learn as much as you can from Dr. Pitcairn's book, because he teaches so many things. It's like a Bible for how to have healthy, long-living pets. And listen to Linda. She really does the research. I love you, Linda.
Well, thank you, Sheilah, for coming on this podcast so quickly. We set this up this morning. I had some updates on the pet care and how to prevent your pets from getting cancer and disease. And one of the updates was that you can give your pet hemp seed and hemp oil. Again, those are the only alkaloid products you can give a pet. cyanogenic glycosides are not safe for pets or children. Therefore, flaxseed oil is not safe for your pet. So that concludes podcast number 27. Oh my gosh, I've done 27 podcasts in 2 months. My gosh, it's gone by fast. It's been a lot of work, but I guess it's worth it if people are getting educated and learning about cancer and disease, that cancer and disease are infections. And they are the most common cause of cancer and disease is mycoplasma. And you must remember that mycoplasma is awakened most commonly by trauma or high stress. So really watch your family, your children, and your pets for trauma. And if you can start an early treatment to kill the awakened mycoplasma, it is far easier to kill mycoplasma in its early stages than wait several years or even months. So again, it's all about educating yourself. Knowledge, how to protect yourself from cancer and disease. It's that simple. I have also put the links in the description of this podcast for Dr. Pitcairn's book and the link for Cheryl's Herbs website and a link for Halo. And my next podcast is going to be very interesting. It's all about taurine, how important taurine is for you and your pet. So until next time, good night and God bless.